So what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am David. On today's episode, let's talk about it, guys. We're still trying to close on the house. We're getting closer and closer every single day. Our end is done. We're just waiting on the buyer's end. We're to, I guess, finalize their paperwork, I'm assuming. And we should be looking good. So in the next week or so, we should be closing. Now, I apologize for those who follow the channel that I haven't put out videos in the last week or two. We just kind of been packing and throwing stuff away, and I got a dumpster, and we've been just throwing things away and packing up the basement. And I don't know that makes for good footage. You know, watching me pack a basement up. So I didn't bother to film it. 'Cause I'm like, I don't know how to make that exciting, or not that my videos are exciting to begin with, but I just don't. I don't know. I didn't. But I'll say this. I'll say this. If there's anyone who follows my channel and will comment below and say, hey, I'll tune in to kind of watch you purge and clean up the basement and pack up, and because I can do something with some time lapse involved and stuff like that, where you kind of see the progress be made in time lapse. I'll say, hey, I'm going to clean up this wall now, and then all of a sudden it's done. If anybody out there is interested in watching that kind of footage, I'll happily set up a camera and press go. But other than that, I didn't think it was really worth filming, although we are still in the midst of it. Behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but realistically speaking, I've been working on the motorhome, getting the motorhome going. We had to fix the furnace, a bunch of chewed up wires for some mice. So I've been doing that. I should have actually filmed that, and I didn't. But I'm working on that. So now this thing is spiraling out of control. So I'll take you guys inside the motorhome. This is going to be the front. This is the queen bed here. This is our bathroom, toilet, this kind of stuff here. And so, this is the inside, and you can see there's just stuff everywhere because I have been working on that furnace right there. I got it fixed. That's our water heater. I got all, I had the pipes blown apart, stoves blown apart. Like, there's just stuff everywhere. I've been really getting at it. I should have been filming this the whole time. But I decided to pick up the camera now because I don't know if you guys can see that down there. These are all mouse traps because when the RV is not in use, we just put mouse traps everywhere just in case one finds its way in here. As you can see, they're all clean. So that means no mice. Yay! But if you guys see that little beacon of light down there next to that mouse trap, that is water. This thing here is waterlogged. This whole entire thing right here, it's all squishy with water. Apparently, I guess the rain must have leaked down this wall and underneath, and it's all waterlogged. Now this is what it looks like from the outside. You can see right here it's all cracked, and then underneath, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but you see this big old this swollen membrane here, or whatever that is. Yeah, so that happened. So now I was like, you know what? I think I'll pick up the camera for this one because I've never fixed anything like that before. And now, in the middle of us scrambling to move and pack and everything else, I mean, it's been a complete crap show down here, man. We have just been packing and going and moving and packing, and stress is a heavy understatement. So now in the midst of all of this, we have to fix that, and we got to fix that in a few days because we're thinking that, what's today? Today is Thursday, what's the day? October 6th. Today's Thursday, October 6th. And we're thinking probably by next Friday, we're really hoping, but at latest by next Friday, we should be closing on this house and be out of here. And we're really hoping on that part. Oh, sorry, part of the hand there. We're really hoping on that. So let's get into it. We're going to start pulling this thing apart. I've never done this before, so here goes nothing. All right, so while I have all these walls and stuff open and I can see all my plumbing, I actually want to hook the city water up, or hook the garden hose up to water to make sure all the water is working, make sure nothing is leaking, make sure the shower works, make sure the hot water is heating up before I start this project, just so I can button up. Let's move you guys really quick here. Just so I can go ahead and I can button all this stuff up. Because I got screws sitting on the floor, and just stuff everywhere. So I can get this button back up before we start this project. Let's go ahead and make sure nothing is leaking on the RV. Let's get that done. So I got my little pressure valve here, to regulate so you don't blow anything out. And there we go. That's tight. Now, I only use this to hold, to give this something. When there's water in this and water going through it, it kind of sags down. I feel like it's just going to break or something. So I just use this to kind of hold it. Let's turn the water on. Let's make sure nothing's leaking. I hear a bunch of water going everywhere. That doesn't look good. Oh, geez. Okay, so I had to put the camera down because you guys weren't on the tripod, and I had to go run for the hose to cut the garden hose off. I guess I should have thought if there was a leak to have somebody at the garden hose, have the mom at the garden hose anyway, whatever. So Shannon brought out a bunch of towels, started cleaning up the floor. Apparently the toilet is leaking, which we have fixed this toilet before, but apparently we're leaking again, and I'm gonna have to get back there and figure that out. This is when your problems have problems that have issues, guys. Oh man, okay. Hopefully that's the only leak, and we will find out. Let's get this toilet repaired. Oh, wow, man. All right, let's get our hands back here and let's see what we got. I'm actually going to use the camera to my advantage. This is leaking here. Oh, okay. There's the leak. Oh, man. That thread's in? No, that just... Oh, okay. So, it looks like we're going to have to, I guess, if you guys can see it, get this piece replaced. All right, let's start by, let's get these, let's just undo the toilet and get the toilet moved so we can look behind here a little easier. Let's get these caps off. That looks what, about a 1/2 inch. Let's get a wrench. All right, so if you've never seen the back side of a toilet, this is what it looks like. And this is the piece that's broken here. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but this completely broke. Whatever this piece is right here, it is completely 100% broke off. So we're gonna have to replace, I guess, this whole unit. Let's find a part number and let's get some ordering done. All right, so this is the part. I did find it. I found it on Amazon, and it's about 25 bucks roughly. And this is the part that broke. I'm doing this one-handed. There we go. So this completely just blew off. I don't know how or why or what was the case, but it is what it is. But that part blew off, and I'm not going to try to glue or nothing like that back together for the 25 bucks. I'm just going to put another one on it. So it'll be here tomorrow. All right. In the meantime, I have this little plug here that fits into this. So we're going to repressurize to see if there's anything else leaking, so we can get all the parts ordered if anything else is going wrong. All right, so off camera, I had to use my phone as my camera, so I had to call Shannon so she can go turn the water on just to not have anything like that happen again. In case something's leaking, she can turn it off fast. I plugged that up. That's not leaking anymore, so that's fine. And now everything seems to be working. We also have to replace this, because that right there has a crack in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, never mind. There it is. And that piece is, we knew this was broke. This has been broke for a while, and we have to replace that. So, but that is working, and the sink is also working. Let's move the tripod. The sink is also working. I'm not getting very good pressure out of the sink. I don't know what this is all about, but it is working. So that's all I can say for it for this moment. But the pressure in it, you see it. I might need to replace the sink or something. I don't really know, honestly. Oh, look at that. The screen's all clogged up. I wonder how that even happened. Oh, beautiful. There's the pressure we're looking for. Alright, that looks more like it. See if anything's leaking down here. Everything's looking good. And let's go to the other side of this sink here. Make sure nothing's leaking on that side. Alright, we're getting somewhere. I want to turn the hot water heater on to make sure we have hot water. And water, electric, yes. Turn you on. Is that lit? Is that, yeah, that's lit up right here. Yeah, okay. There we go. So we'll let that light up and we'll see if we get any hot water. The valves are open for the hot water. That is correct. And nothing is leaking down there. All right, so we're going to let the hot water heat up. And in the meantime, I'm going to go clean those towels up, get that situation nice and dried up so we're not ruining anything else. I'm going to tidy up a little bit, and we're going to get back to the original project. Oh my God, which is this. All right, so I got some things buttoned up over here on the side, you know, put the grate stuff back on. No other water is leaking, so we're looking pretty good. The hot water's been running for a little bit. And I mean, the hot water heater's been on, and the hot water is warm, or it is hot water. So back to the task at hand. Let's put you guys, I guess, in this view for this moment. We're gonna go ahead and just, I don't know, I guess take all this stuff out. There we go. Whew. All right, so this is what we're looking like. Got this area cleaned up. I just had a bunch of stuff in there from my brother was staying here, or came up and camped out, and he left a few things here. Whatever, not a big deal. I don't know what this is all about, but I see a little bit of water damage over there, so I'm assuming. I don't know. You're seeing it like I'm seeing it, so. But we're taking it all out anyway, so I guess we're gonna figure it out as we go here. Next to the bat. I guess we're going to figure out how to take these benches out safely and to be able to put them back in and take these guys off the floor. These just look like screws. There's a couple little tabs, little brackets over there that got to come out. There's tie downs to hold down the chairs when we're mobile. So let's go ahead and put you guys right here. Let's get these guys taken out. So while we're doing this is kind of like a gift and a curse. We actually don't like this carpet at all. So we wanted to change the flooring anyway. So I guess, you know, now's the opportune time to do it. Just didn't really honestly want to do it all because no matter what happens, we end up in long shot upgrading the RV because this is just too small for our family. It'll make do for now because we have to make do, but we're going to want something bigger. All right, so now there's just a bunch of screws that are just in here. I'm just gonna pull them out. This is actually pretty easy. There's just a couple screws in this thing. This thing is wobbling loose already, so we're looking pretty good. There's 2 screws over there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off the wall to see if we can start moving this bench. Wow. Okay. And that's that was okay. That was a lot easier than I expected. These things are definitely very cheaply made. Let's get you guys over here and see this. All right, so down here there is a wire that's going through this. I'm just gonna unconnect it and pull it through and then reconnect it back up. That's it. I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming it's gotta be like a marker tail light or something like that, or a marker light on the side of the RV. That's what I would assume, but I don't know. Oh, this might be that wire might be going to that light right there. All right, so what I decided I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the line out. I'm not actually going to cut the wire, snip the wire at this time. I'm just going to go ahead and cut some grooves in and just take it out, and not have to just to not disturb it for now. I just not sure what it goes to, and just to keep moving with the project. So I'm just going to leave it for now, cut it out, and keep moving. There we go. All right, this guy is next. Just gonna pull a bunch of screws out of this and see what happens. Cool. All right, that was I don't know, way too easy, but okay. I get when people say these things are made cheap. These things are definitely, I don't know. My confidence of renovating an RV is becoming more and more real. Because this is not very hard at all. So apparently there's water leaking on that side too. This is the piece that came out. It's all swelled up. Just so I guess glad we found it because there was mold on that thing and everything too. So we're gonna have to do something about all of that. All right, let's figure out how to get this carpet out next. That's gonna be next for us to get the carpet out. Oh, it's just like, I just feel like they're just staples. So it feels like it's just staples. So I'm gonna take this and just try to cut some of this out over here because it looks like we're under this trim. I'm just gonna cut it and see if I can start peeling this up a little bit easier. Woo-wee! Yep, that's buckled. So there's two big round bolt heads over here that's holding the carpet. So I'm just trying to cut around this so I just keep peeling the carpet up. There goes one. There we go. Ugh. Cool. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to carve up this edge here and then try to peel it back. And fortunately we have a dumpster on the property right now, so I'm just going to toss this in a dumpster. All right, so next up we have to figure out how this OSB is physically attached. There is a carriage bolt there and there where those two pieces of carpet are, and I can see the bolts underneath the slide out, which secure it to the actual motor assembly that brings the slide in and out. So I see that part. Now I just don't know how this is still physically attached to anything. So let's try to figure that out. All right, so my thought here is I'm going to try to pull the slide in because it has to lift up when it kind of tips up. So just see if we can get underneath this, see what's kind of holding this. So let's try that. Let's go slide in. There we go. Let's use that. Some lip. We got a little lip here now. We can actually grab. Can you guys see me? Let me duck down a little further there. There we go. What's holding this guy? Oh wow. There's literally nothing holding this. It's just those carriage bolts? Really? Wow. It's just the weight of itself on here, huh? Alright. Alright, so I guess that's what it's going to be. It's just there's nothing holding it but those two carriage bolts. I guess I got to go find a, what is this, 10 or 12 foot OSB. Let me go get a quick search for that. Alright guys, so I did some quick research to find some 12-foot OSB. I cannot find any 12-foot OSB, so I think what we're gonna do is grab like a 1/2 inch, couple of those, and grab up a 1/4 inch, if you will, and just laminate them together to get our 12-foot, glue them and laminate them together, and get our 12-foot that way and cut it down accordingly. So we're gonna head to the Home Depot. Let's go grab some OSB. All right, so we made it back from the Home Depot, and I ended up just going with 4 pieces of OSB. I'm gonna stagger them and glue them up and laminate them together. Because the 1/4 inch underlayment floor was like $27 or something like that for a 4x8, and this is only $15 for a 4x8, which is still really expensive. I used to spend $8 to $10 on this, and this is, you know, $15, whatever. The price come down a little bit, but and no matter what happens, I need it. So the floor is going to be a little bit thicker than the original one, but that's okay. I can live with that. Yeah, let's unload and let's go ahead and get these laminated. All right, guys, just to give you some idea of what's going on here. This is a 4x8. Yeah, we need 12 feet total, so we need additional 4 feet. That's what that piece is cut to. I actually cut it 4 feet 6 inches to give me a little bit of room to cut down because I don't know the actual size of that. I think it's about, it may be 12 feet exactly, but it might be a little more. So anyway, so that's 4 feet 6 inches. We're going to glue it down to this. And come on, guys, what's a project without the Kioti CK2610 helping out? So we got the pavers in there because we're going to put them on top for the glue up. So we got some weight. All right, let's get this done. All right, let it go. See what happens. Yep. Should be good. Thanks, Mama.
All right. Here you go.
All right, so I took the pavers off because that was not enough glue that I applied, and I realized that. So to not cheap out on it and chint out, I went into town really quick, and I picked up a fresh gallon of glue so we can really get enough glue on here.
Yeah, no, you do it. You do it. Mommy's not doing it anymore. Hold on. All right, mommy's going inside.
Oh, that looks way better.
That looks like glue.
That looks like glue. Sit her on down.
Trying to get up on the tractor. What are you doing? You trying to get up on Daddy's tractor? That's fine for you. See what I'm doing here?
Ready? All right, so final glue up, and I deployed every single clamp that I think I own. Pretty sure that's all of them. Maybe missing a few somewhere. But anyway, this is what it's looking like. Glue up is done. A proper glue up. Let's say it that way too, because that was definitely not enough glue I used last time. So, looks good. All right, so this is set up for a few hours. I'm gonna go ahead and take these, flip it over to get the other side glued up.
I gotcha. Yep, I see you.
Grab it. Got it?
Yep.
All right. All right, so it's looking apart. I think it's looking good. I should have actually taken some 2x4s and ran it across this edge and then clamped the 2x4 top and bottom and clamped the 2x4 down to give me a better clamping on this edge. But that is what it is. I'm sure we'll be okay. That's it. It's gonna dry. Let that dry. All right, so our part to the toilet showed up. So I'm just gonna slap this guy on in there. It's only one screw that holds it on, and put it back together. All right, so that's all back in. It's just literally one screw that holds this thing in right there, and you just kind of angle this guy in when you put that on, and then hook your hose back up, and there we go. I'm just gonna thread in that to right there. That's the part that broke on the other one, and that's it. And I'll be done. Nice, easy fix. All right, so we're looking good. The weights are off, clamps are down. Got the weights, the papers over there. We're gonna paint this guy. Actually, Shannon rather is going to paint this guy. What up? What up to the mama? So we're just going to spill some of this paint down and we're going to let her have at it. I actually don't even know what color this actually even is. This is some random paint we have laying around. We're trying to help seal up this, help make this thing a little more waterproof. Yeah, oh yeah. All right, it is all done. The paint is dry. It is looking the part. We're very happy. This is all of 12 feet 6 inches, so we can cut some down if we need to. I'm sure we're gonna have to. And that's gonna be that. So we're gonna go ahead and take the time to end the video here because this is getting really long. It's gonna be a long video. So what we'll do is on the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and install this into the RV and get that sorted out. Also, I strained my back a little bit picking up that 5-gallon paint. My back's a little uncomfortable, so I'll give myself a couple days to kind of get back with it. And also, my nephew's going to show up on the property, and he's going to help me install this thing. Just a fresh set of eyes and a fresh set of hands will be nice, I think, to put this thing in because it's pretty heavy and it's pretty big. So we're going to do that. Now, if you do follow the channel, just to give you an update on our life, we are currently house shopping and we're looking for places to rent, and we are still looking at RVs and a bigger truck. So we haven't decided what direction we're still going to go in, but we're exploring all avenues. The problem right now is rent. Just throwing rough numbers at you, we'll say we rent a house for $3,000, but I can buy that exact same house and have a mortgage of $2,200. So it doesn't make sense to rent, other than the fact that we don't take on we'll just say $300,000 debt. Which I don't mind taking on the house debt. I still want to take on credit card debts and all that kind of stuff. House debt's one thing, but credit cards and card debts are a different thing. Now, if our fail-safe right now is our RV. I keep calling it a motorhome. It's not a motorhome, but our fail-safe is our RV. That's why it's important that we fix it, because if and when the house does sell, we have to just get out and we don't have a place to rent or we don't have a place to buy, we're going to use our RV and do some camping with the kiddos and for a couple of weeks until we do figure out what we want to do. If we don't buy, we don't rent, we may just go ahead and pick up a fifth wheel and a bigger truck and do some traveling and stay in our fifth wheel. That's not a forever thing either. That's going to be like a more short term over the next year or so to have some fun and do some traveling with the kiddos, because it'll just be a lot of fun. Because at the end game, I need property. I want some space. I want to have a huge garden. I want a homestead. I want to be able to have animals, chickens, pigs, cows if we want them, pigs if we want them, goats if we want them, whatever it is, if we want to have them. I want a puppy for my babies. So we can have a couple dogs running around. So I need this. I want space. But for right now, it'll be fun to travel potentially with the kiddos. But we haven't really decided yet still. First and foremost, let's get this house sold. And that's where our main focus is, and get the RV ready to go. Because if it comes down to it, we're just going to do some camping. So, all right, I'm going to end this here. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I do appreciate you. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all the fun things, guys. Please don't forget to do them for me. And as always, 2 things. Don't forget to take the time to enjoy what you do. And don't forget, work does not do itself. So don't be afraid to get out there and get after it.